Oh my. Here we go. 11:59. Ooh. You're joking.
No, the computer says go live together is currently only available on mobile devices. To accept anybody go live together stream, open the YouTube app on your iPhone or your phone or tablet. So there we have it. Happy New Year's, Miss Rainey.
Happy New Year's. I just took my last shot, so
Yay!
nobody got to see it unless you rewind my live and I was like, oof. So that was it.
Oh,
This is my little cranberry chaser. There's no alcohol here, but
well, I intended on doing the opposite of ruining New Year's. I wanted to go live with you and, tell everybody howdy.
sure. It's okay.
Shoot.
You can still tell people howdy, even though we can't
Howdy.
see you. I don't
Howdy, I
know.
says.
I feel like I was saying, it's could be a privacy thing, it could be a setting that you have on your YouTube. Rainy, you saw my last shot. Rick, it was awful. It was awful. Happy New Year's, everyone. Miss Queen, I know you're not there yet, but that is it. That is the end of it. So 2 seconds, Wayne. I'm gonna go put these away.
No
Uh
worries.
I'm gonna drink this and I'm gonna go grab water.
Okay.
But
I will talk to the peoples.
I appreciate you.
Yeah,
What's going on? That's it, guys. That's the end of it. My life is over.
Bobby, I can see your messages. I can see your messages and no one can see me. Ah, what are you going to do? Happy New Year, Mike. Happy New Year, brother. Yes, Bobby, I can see it. Miss Queen. So, at least this side of it, I can wade in slowly. At least I can talk on YouTube, and then I will try it again. Ha! Yeah, what a beautiful voice I have, too. Fools said I sounded like a Willie Nelson type voice. I never really thought about that. I don't listen to myself, don't care to. This live is about a new year, a new way, a new day. Dun 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 dun. Why, thank you, Miss Queen. I am parched, however. I will drink some water. An artist, I am not. Well, I'm a roofing artist. Waylon and Willie and the boys. A new 2025 coming your way in a town near you on www.missqueensmissrainey.org. In 2025, you'll find all your happy supplies at Dick's Sporting Goods. Dick's never gets old. Do you have to draw anime characters? No, I don't have to. See, water. Me gusta tomar mucha agua. Dicks. Oh, it's never going to get old. I say starting 2025, Miss Rainey has to wear the Richard hat. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Rudolph, do not lick me there again. Ah, muchísimas gracias, amiga. Yo pude hablar bien mejor muchos años pasado. Backyard, I see that message. Let me, I don't know. I don't have an option for all messages. There we go. We don't do shout outs, but Natalie, I hope you have a wonderful year. Miss Queen, seriously?
Okay, two
Dick
things. I'm so
is a
tired.
short.
I needed
Go
I
ahead.
needed a snack, and I'm sorry. And I had to take chaos out real quick, so I shall return.
No worries.
Um that black barrel gets you real quick. So
Oh, it'll do it.
our favorite snack is chips and salsa.
So Dick, as in Richard Nixon, is was a nickname for Richard. So Richard, Dick, Dick, Richard. Yeah, Rudolph. He gets a little nosy. Miss Rainey, if you notice me chatting in another upcoming live, you have to. Yes. Yeah. So we don't want to be a Richard, do we, Rick? Might. If my name was Richard, I would be offended if someone did not call me Dick. I mean, I answer to it now. So, you know, that and Helga, the Finland hooker. Yes, Tricky Dick is what they called him, Richard Nixon. He was actually a good president, too. Well, hello, Mr. Wyatt. I am Mr. Dick. And I am Helga. I am glad to be meeting you. I will meet you behind the alley. Oh, wait, wrong accent. Helga, Finland. I don't know a Finnish accent. Helga has a deep voice. I been going through testosterone treatments. Miss Queen, no way. That's cool. Oh, me, no me. All them tig old biddies. That's right. 100 pounds each. Knock you out if I turn around too quick. Bobby, any man with a set of huevos grandes, amigo, answers to Dick. I hear it in the store. Dick. I whip my head around. Yeah. What do you want? On the roofing crew, if anyone said, "Hey, Wayne," I would be concerned, because they didn't refer to me as, well, many other things. Hello, Miss Rainey.
Oh, hi. Sorry.
We were talking about, what
Shit, I
was it?
forgot my water.
Go get your water.
I will. I
Okie
got
doke.
my soup, and I brought this in here earlier. Crap, I didn't bring my water.
You could drink
It's okay.
salsa. I do.
I could, but I'm not trying to do some weird ASMR with my mouth because I don't like that. It's weird.
Oh,
I
I don't
hate
like
mouth. I
ASMR.
hate mouth sounds. I hate mouth sounds.
Oh, I have literally almost punched a stranger in a restaurant for eating with his mouth open. I had to run away. Calling you or just stating what? Ooh, Rafferty. I think a little bit of both. I just got that. Sean, I answer to that too. A white roofer is rare commodity these days. Bobby, I've never shingled a house. I did commercial flat roofing. And yes, white roofers are rare because uh, couldn't find any that wanted to do anything other than point the finger and be the boss. You can't be the boss if there's no workers, you know? Ooh, Rafferty. Yeah, I answer to that one too. You're my kind of asshole. I respect you. Tar spreader? Yep, I did that. Single ply roofing, metal, lots of metal. Brown in color, because Lewis Brown is a guru roofer.
Is he?
Yep, he sends me pictures of roofing. I
Really?
like it. We call it roof porn. Yep, we call it roof porn.
That's hilarious.
I'm like, oh yeah, let me see the copper.
White roofers
Well,
from experience.
ooh, Sean, yeah, that'll happen, man. Um, I don't. If I go into roofing accidents, we'll be here all night. I've seen just about everything, man. If you could, one thing in the world, what would you change and why? Hmm. I would change, if I could change something. I would like to change people's attitude to be more caring, sharing, wise, and I don't know, more conscious of what they're doing and get the government out of our lives. Think, use some common sense, be considerate. I think that's a pretty good thing. It's the only thing I can think of right now. Unfashioned shoes. Oh, Sean, that'll. Ooh, yeah, Miss Rennie. Love salsa.
He's asking, and I'm trying to be quiet. This is one of my this is my go-to snack forever.
Yeah, sure.
Uh, I'm going to interrupt really quickly. Juanitas. If you do not like these, you're a terrible human. In other
Juanitos,
places,
¿cómo
they're
están?
called something different. I think it's like uh it's her brother or something, but there's Juanitas and then there's something else in different parts of the country. But it's my go-to. I'm trying to be quiet so you can speak. If I'm loud, I apologize.
No worries, I can't hear it.
Yes, then that's all that
Rafferty,
matters.
if everyone was honest, there's a movie, The Invention of Lying, has Ricky Gervais in it, and they literally tell each other like they were going on a date. I'm probably not going to let you take me home. I don't like the food we are eating. I think you're bald and fat, and I won't call you. And they order food. It's a really funny movie. A bit silly, but oh, thank. I feel beautiful. We'll just call you Cole. We'll just call you Cole, Bobby. It's worth a look. It's worth the Google. I am bald. Rafferty, you are distinguished, dude. I look. The internet took a look at me. The AI said, "Dear God in heaven," but you're a striking individual.
You know what? Speaking of, Mike, I'd like to know, um, because it's been a while since we've seen Mike's face. Mike, I'd like to know if you don't mind sharing, if you keep track of that, how much weight have you lost? I am curious because I can absolutely tell in your face, sir, And you may or may not want to hear that, but there is a difference in your face from the last time you did a live or a short or a video. And I'm curious because I know Mike's been really trying to eat healthy and do the keto and do all that stuff. So I am
Yeah,
curious.
I forgot about that. Yeah, when I saw him, he looked good.
Hmm.
Natural Jack Black Ozempic is bad for you. You can keep your same diet, but eat less of it, and you can lose weight. I
That's
know
not true,
this.
Wayne. That's not true. That's not true.
Well, it depends. I've done it, but when I mean less,
Well,
I mean significantly less. But
here's what I can tell you. I've struggled with my weight my entire life, and I have done calorie deficit. I have done all the fad diets. I have done eating clean, no processed foods. And what I mean by eating clean, I mean like meats, veggies, nothing processed, nothing that has
okay,
five more ingredients in the ingredient label, right?
right,
And I would not lose weight. I wouldn't. And I stuck with it. And you can ask fools about it. And there was a point in time I was working out 6 days a week, over 2 hours each day. And
right,
it was not happening. It wasn't happening. So I've never been a binge eater. I've never been a person to eat my feelings. I like to spend my feelings, if you know what I mean. I'm a retail therapy kind of girl, not a eat my feelings kind of girl.
sure. Miss
So,
Queen, please don't. Sorry, Miss Queen,
no, you're okay.
please don't try Ozempic. I've read up on it. It's really, really bad. But anyway, go on, Miss Rainey. I didn't want to forget
No,
to
that's
say
okay.
about that.
So,
Uh, you tried it and you couldn't lose weight.
right. What I was going to tell Miss Queen is, Miss Queen, if you haven't gone to the doctor, definitely go and check. I know as Hispanics, for myself, diabetes runs in the family, right? So I went, this is what pissed me off, Wayne. I go to my doctor and I'm like, look, this is what I'm doing. I'm eating healthy. And when I mean healthy, I mean healthy. Um,
Right,
I'm working out, I'm weight training, I'm doing cardio, I'm doing everything, everything, everything by the book. This is not the first time. My aunt used to be a personal trainer. I worked at Gold's Gym. I know the ins and outs of working out, all the things.
right.
And do you want to know what the lady told me I needed to do?
I have no idea.
She told me no gluten, no soy, no dairy, no sugar, no starches, and there was one other one. And some people don't understand this, but this is a thin woman telling me what
Right,
I should be doing. And I'm like, ma'am, ma'am, I'm telling you, I'm having all these issues, but I did blood work, right? Because like I was just saying to Queen, diabetes runs in my family. So that was my first thing is, hey, let's do blood work. Let's check. Let's make sure one, based on my age, I'm not going through a change. Um, let's test my thyroid. Let's make sure everything's good. 100% healthy. Nothing is wrong. Nothing. Nothing. And she gives me this list of pretty much, you want me to eat salad. And I'm sorry. I don't
good.
I'm not I'm not
You're
I'm
sorry you
not
couldn't eat. Yeah,
I, I'm not a salad kind of girl. I'll eat veggies, but I shouldn't have to eat like a rabbit. And I get frustrated because when you're trying to explain to the doctors, hey, this is what's going on. I don't understand. I've been adamant at this for 2 months. It wasn't just 3 days of working out, it was a consistent 2 months
right.
working out 6 days a week, weight training, cardio, everything. I was building muscle. I was feeling stronger. I was feeling better, but I
Yeah.
wasn't losing any weight. It was not working. It wasn't working for me. And I think what a lot of people fail to understand is everybody's different. Everybody is different.
Oh, yes,
And
ma'am.
what used to work for me, because like Mike, I did the keto stuff. And the keto thing worked for me, but it wasn't sustainable. I couldn't do that long term. That's not
Right.
realistic for me. And I lost a lot of weight off of that. And then it ended up being, I gained it back, obviously, plus some once I got off of that fad diet. That to me, if you can't eat what you want to eat when you want to eat, and I'm not saying binge eating, obviously there's
Oh,
moderation.
oh, there you
It's
go.
it's a lot of work. And
All
Miss
right.
Queen, what I'm going to tell you, I know Wayne told you not to. Girl, do it. Do it. If
Mm,
there are other options for you outside of that, but what I would say is get your blood work done first and make sure you don't have any underlying issues. But Wayne, nothing personal, but for someone who doesn't have a weight issue, Wayne, I'm sorry, I love you, who can tell you or who suggests don't do this because it's bad, you don't understand. You don't know. And Wayne, I don't know if you've ever struggled with your weight, but
sure.
um I'm not saying that particular thing is an easy way out, but for some of us, we really have tried everything, everything under the sun, and really have done it wholeheartedly, and nothing is sticking. Nothing. And some of us are predestined to be a little bit thicker than the rest. Um, but it's hard for me to take advice from someone who's, forgive me, who's never dealt with the issue. If you don't understand and you don't know and you've really genuinely tried all the things and they're not working, to hell with it. Why not? Why not try something else that could potentially work for you? Not only could you potentially get off medication, not only could you um, feel better about yourself, but feel better as a whole. They said this year obesity is down for the Americans.
All right. Miss Rainey, I currently weigh 191 pounds. I'm 6 foot
Okay.
one, and I have weighed. I know it was over 242 before. I don't. I think I hit 249. I don't remember being 250, but
Mhm.
pretty sure it was 249. So that's you know do the math on that. That's a huge difference. 249 to 191.
Mhm.
Um, so I'll show you a picture. You can see my face. I was fat.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was fat.
But were you fat
Um,
because you didn't move, or were you fat because like it just wouldn't budge?
I ate like a pig and I drank like a fish.
So what if there's someone like me who doesn't eat like a pig?
Well, um,
Honestly, what would you say to that?
so what I would say is based on my knowledge, and this doesn't go for everyone, 80% of weight loss is diet.
Sure.
If you work out while uh, if you work, you're going to exchange that for muscle for sure.
Mhm.
Referee pointed that out. Um, I think caloric intake is very important that look at every label, write down, saturated fat, whatever.
Mhm.
Um, so I learned a lot about diet. My wife knows even more about it. I can't eat red meat. no hamburgers. I can't drink alcohol. Uh, I have to be careful with butter, with mayonnaise, with cheese, anything with fat in it. If I go
Mhm.
and get a hamburger right now and eat it, it could kill me, literally
Mhm.
kill me.
Sure.
Uh,
Sure.
yeah, and I know you know that, but the
Mhm.
listeners, the whole 10 people we got in here may not. And so I eat once a day now. And for a month and a half, the only thing that would sit right would be a piece of bread, a little bit of turkey sandwich meat, one slice of cheese, and one fried egg over the top of it. Once a day, every day for a month and a half. And I have
Mhm.
and you drink water, you have to drink half your body weight in ounces. So rounded up to 200, I drink 100 ounces of water in a day. And with my sedentary lifestyle that I'm currently living, me eating once a day, don't lose or gain any weight. Now, when I have to fast for 10, 11 days, 16 and a half days, and drink only water,
Mhm.
I lose a pound a day, even not exercising. So, what I would say is it's really hard to actually follow what you should do. And what you should do, the trick is to keep your metabolism up.
Right.
Spicy foods actually helps keep your metabolism up. So you eat small meals during the day, like, freaking 6 meals, I think it is. And you do not eat, I think it's 4 or 5 hours before bedtime. That's a
Mhm.
huge thing. That really makes a huge difference. And you can do one step at a time. Like, okay, I'm going to go to sleep in 5 hours or 4 hours. And you may be hungry at first, but
Sure.
your body, when it needs rest, it will tell you, well, if you're not going to put me to rest, you got to put fuel in me. So once you get past that and you train your body, like, okay, I'm going to sleep. We don't need any food. No fuel. It's going to be rest. But I
Mhm.
know the most damage comes at night when you eat late night snacks or within, I think it's 4 hours of bedtime.
Mhm.
And so lots of water. Um, Make sure you eat something that's, easy to digest and, get your roughage in, whatever that may be, fruit. It- oh,
Wyatt,
another
that's
thing.
not true. Wyatt, beer and that gym.
Oh,
I promise
oh,
you. Wyatt says, "I eat before bed." I'm like, "Wyatt, it's beer. It's beer.
well,
It's
you could
beer,
eat
Wyatt."
a beer,
And I'm
you
being
just don't have
nice.
to
I'm
chew it.
being nice, Wyatt. If you're complaining about any of your weight, Wyatt, it's your beer. I promise you it's your beer. I bet you if you completely remove beer, you'd lose I don't know how much weight. Men is different than women, way different. But I think, Wyatt, if you're concerned, it's beer.
Yes. Now, I
Just my
will tell
thought.
you, my wife did go gluten free for a while,
Mhm.
and it's extremely difficult to find uh, food that has no gluten in it. It's out there. We have a habit of waiting up. Yeah.
Queen, I'm gonna message you. Maybe not this evening because I don't know how late I'm gonna be on here. Uh, but I want to chat with you about something. Not necessarily here because we've got a lot of biased people here. But I do want to chat with you about something. Just as a heads up. Just remind me in case I forget. Just saying.
So I'm a label reader. I have to read the label on everything I intake. Now, my
Sure.
wife's not here.
Mhm.
Eat good cooked soup that I can eat. And, you know, she's looked up all the pancreas diets and whatnot. She joined a Facebook group for, you know, chronic pancreatitis sufferers and learned a lot through there. Um, so yeah, I would say eat small meals and write it down. I mean, it's like going to a convenience store every day. People don't realize you spend $5 a day, $10 a day at a convenience store. That's 300 bucks, man. The same thing
Mhm.
with calories and food. Yeah, a lot of preservatives. Um, if you do stevia or the other ones, the sugar-free items can trick your body. Your body intakes it, does not recognize it, and it stores it as fat because it doesn't know what it is. So sugar-free stuff that you put in your coffee, saccharin, that's one of them. Your body to do with that, and so it's better to use like unrefined sugar,
Mhm.
not the white stuff, but yeah, little stuff like that. I mean, I can't remember a really good, succinct way to put it, but that's a good start right there. Those few things.
Sure. Sure. Well, and obviously you want to exert more energy than you are eating. Obviously, that's a given, right?
Yes,
Because
ma'am.
for every 3,000 calories you consume, you gain a pound. And maybe it's 3,500. I can't recall off the top of my head, but um that's why they say the calorie deficit works really well, because if you vaping is so good for you. Annabella, I didn't ask you for your opinion. So if you want to come in here and have an opinion, you can do it respectfully. What I do is none of your business, because you're living in this whole fucking little rock that you're better than everyone because your mom's a personal trainer for however many years. Do not come in here, please and thank you, and start judging me on the shit that I do when I guarantee you, you don't live a perfect life. But
Yeah,
thank
there's
you.
a kind way of putting things.
It,
I
it
try to be
doesn't.
polite to
Here's the
everyone.
thing. I vape. I also am a drinker. I also
Yep,
eat shitty foods. If you're gonna come here and start judging the people that are on live because you live this holy fucking life of you're better than everyone, you can just move along. You can either partake in our conversation and have a fantastic input, which it sounds like you could be knowledgeable and give us advice, or if you want
sure.
to put others down because I'm vaping online, excuse you, you can move along. As simple as that. I'm not going to deal with someone who's going to say some ignorant shit. I forgot that you're perfect. And since you want to be perfect and live a guilt-free fucking life of whatever fucking rock you live on in the universe, vaping is bad, lady. Yeah, so is talking out your fucking neck, but here we are. You just quit.
Yeah,
I
I'm
did quit.
I'm smoking right now.
But
Everything
what I'm
else has been
saying is
taken
all
away.
of us have our vices. You want to talk shit on the internet, whatever, dude. I'm gonna have what I'm gonna have. I'm gonna die eventually. I hate to break it to the internet. We were all gonna die. Every single one of us chatting in this chat is not gonna be here in 50 plus years. 50 plus years. Maybe some of us sooner, maybe some of us tomorrow, maybe a few hours. You're really gonna
Bow
come
to me.
here and tell me what I should and shouldn't be doing? Go fuck yourself, bitch. Mood swings. I'm a nurse. Congratulations. If you're a fucking nurse, then do what you're supposed to do, which is help and encourage others instead of put them down. So you go fuck yourself. Please and thank you. A
Yeah.
real nurse doesn't fucking talk to people that way, but you wouldn't know that. Thank you.
My sister is a hospice nurse. My daughter is a hospice nurse, and they don't talk like that. Now,
Here's
Miss
what I'm
Randy,
going to tell you. The ignorance behind vaping is this. The people that got popcorn lung, where if you did your fucking research, the people that died vaping were inhaling vitamin E. If anybody goes on the internet and sees the people that died of vaping, there are people that die of lung cancer. They don't have to be smokers in order to die of lung cancer.
That's
There are
right.
people that die of liver disease that don't have to be drinkers. So help me understand how vaping is going to kill me tomorrow as opposed to me getting in the vehicle that I have in my driveway and drive up the road to go to the grocery store isn't going to kill me any sooner.
Miss Rainey, may I address a person in the chat, please?
Sure, feel free.
The truth. I like all the talk about your fucking self. Well, yeah, why not? Um, it's almost like Miss Rainey, you made a channel, you
Mhm.
did all this work, you're going live, you have an
Mhm.
audience, and
Sure.
you're in a country where freedom of speech is a thing.
Absolutely.
Um, yeah, well, I mean, gee whiz, I wish he was around earlier in the live. He could tell us, the parameters of what we can and can't talk about.
Sure.
My goodness gracious.
And
Well,
and
I
I'm
bet that
and
kid's
I'm
8 years old.
and I'm totally open for constructive cons- criticism. I'm open for a two-way conversation. But when you look at me and just assume that what I'm doing is bad because I'm vaping, right?
Right.
Do your research. Do your research about it. The people that are dying from it are buying black market shit and inhaling vitamin E. That is what's happening. Everyone got on this fucking tangent about people are dying from vaping, not doing all the research. You might be a nurse, right? Tell me what the number one thing people are dying of. I would love to hear that. I promise you it's not going to be this. I promise you it won't be. You're going to probably
I
get a
never
few
heard
of
about the
these.
vitamin E. That's wild.
So there were people in the vitamin E. What it was, Wayne, is it was THC vape cartridges, right? So weed. Um,
Yeah.
cartridges that people were selling on the black market. So let's say you have a teenager, for instance, who cannot go to a dispensary or maybe doesn't even have weed legal in their state. They
Right.
were buying those vape carts from friends, from people on the internet, from fucking Snapchat, whatever it may have been.
Yeah.
And those people, in order to get a profit, were injecting those vape cartridges with vitamin E, literal vitamin E oil. So when they vaped, their lungs were coated in vitamin E, which obviously is not good for our lungs whatsoever. And they were going into the hospital. That's where the popcorn lung came from.
So that
That's
that
where
make
these, go ahead.
go ahead.
No, go ahead,
I was going to say Carolyn or Caroline. I forget.
Carolyn. But she
Carolyn.
says
Hi,
Carolyn.
sweetheart.
Caroline.
Anyway, so I had to do asbestos abatement, and I learned that excuse me, the reason that asbestos is so bad for your lungs is it's so small that the mucus cannot surround it and expel it. And
Mm,
fiberglass is it's too fine. It stabs into your lung meat. And fiberglass is such that your mucus can surround it and your lungs expel it. So
mhm.
I can see how oil, you can't
Oh, of
surround
course.
oil with mucus and hack it out. Sit there and
Exactly.
yeah, it makes
But
sense.
to come with an ignorant remark like that, do you have any
Yeah.
idea how long I've been vaping for? Do you have any idea? I didn't just start this yesterday. I didn't start it last week. I didn't start it last year or last month. Ask me how long I've been vaping for.
Hmm. Let's see. Got to wear a respirator. How
I
long,
mean,
Miss
really,
Rainey?
really, like
Uh,
2014.
Wow.
I'm not
More
dead yet.
importantly,
I'm not dead yet. I've gone to the doctor. I've had blood work done. I've had X-rays done. Um, I I understand there's this stigma around it because 3 or 4 fucking people decided to buy some shit off the internet or whatnot,
yeah.
but That's just like saying fentanyl kills everyone. And you know when the whole fentanyl craze came out and paramedics and everyone was freaked out by touching it because it was going to kill them? That's not true.
Right.
That's not
Oh,
true.
well, I have I have some information on fentanyl, Miss Rainey.
Mhm. Okay.
I was on fentanyl patches for pain
14
for
years old. Arabella, I'm gonna be 43, honey. I am not fucking 12. But thank you.
good heavens, man. Let it go, Arabella. Um, two
Be
years.
knowledgeable, give us information, but don't put someone down. You know,
Yeah, I was.
help us along the way. That's what we're here for. You don't have to come in here and be an asshole. That's
Yeah.
that's the difference. Constructive criticism instead of trying to be a cunt about shit that doesn't concern you. It's that simple.
I love that
It's that
word.
simple.
So, uh, so the patch is uh, it goes a transdermal patch. You put it on your skin, it soaks through
Mhm.
your skin,
Sure.
and 100 mcg micrograms, mind you,
Uh-huh.
per hour. They last 72 hours. So they're so sensitive. You're not supposed to clean the area with alcohol or apply heat to it.
Mhm.
Oh, pardon me. And so with those patches, I was used to wearing one, but
Right.
um, I got a little overheated, and so it got to me a little bit, and I touched it with my finger, and for 6 hours, my blood pressure was 179 over. I forget the lower number, but anyway, it was one below. I googled to see what it was supposed to be to go to the hospital, and it was one below what you're supposed to go to the emergency room for 6 hours, just by
Mhm.
touching it with my finger. And my system was used to it. So
Mhm.
what they do is they take these patches and they boil them. And so the stuff they put in with the transdermal patches, if it gets on the walls and whatnot, if they
Mhm.
touch that, yes, it could kill them. I think that distinction should be put out there. And yes, I understand they don't want anybody messing with fentanyl, but I do know that the transdermal patch, if you were to touch one of mine with your index finger, it can kill you. No joke, because it almost sent me to the hospital, and I was wearing it. So that's just my personal experience with it. And it said, "Don't touch it with your finger," and well, I didn't mean to, but whew,
Well, what I can tell you is there were doctors, nurses, EMTs, paramedics, the whole nine that here in Idaho, they were freaked out about going to a scene that had fentanyl at all, right? If
right,
if there was if there was fentanyl in the room, they came in with these masks, with these suits on, and they ended up doing a study. Now I don't know anything about it. I cannot speak about it. I've never taken fentanyl. Um I've never used a patch. I personally don't know. But what I can tell you is when they they had produced it on the news here locally that said that they were overreacting, that if you walk in a room that has, say, somebody who OD'd on fentanyl,
right.
um that they were saying that it was just simply because it was in the air.
Yeah, I don't think the air will get you, but if it was, if they were cooking it out, fentanyl patches, which that's all you could get for a while, then you would want to be suited up to not touch the walls, literally not touching the walls. And I learned this from my daughter too. She I was on hospice for 6 months. I don't know if everybody knows that or not, but literally, you're done hospice. And I was on the patch, liquid morphine, oxycodone, and oh gosh, Ativan, Valium, whatever I wanted, pretty much. And I learned a lot. And I also worked in a pharmacy for a year and a half when I was younger, in my 20s.
Mhm.
So uh, the powdered fentanyl, or like the pills, I don't know anything about that. I just know about the patches. And when they intravenously, I think it can't touch air, but I've had it after a uh, what you call it, endoscopy went bad. They got near my pancreas. It got angry. I woke up in pain. They had to give me that, and it helped out.
Mhm.
But I do know if they cook the patches, you don't want to touch the walls. You could die. So,
Sure.
you know,
And
but
again,
breathing
I'm
it
not
in,
knowledgeable in that.
no.
You are. I can't. I was gonna do the same thing, take her off the timeout. Yeah. Well, I do I know Wayne, you timed out Arabella. And Arabella, I do want to say something. I do want to say something. I appreciate your info. Again, I'm not trying to be a dickhead, really. It's how
Oh
you came
no, I don't
across.
care.
But 20,000 to 40,000 of the 120 that you just pointed out have never smoked a day in their life. I just want to point that out. And if you are a smart person coming at me sideways with the information, again, I'm open to constructive criticism. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but it's how you came across and how you produced your information. Um, that I don't think is fair. I don't think is fair. You can be concerned and say, "Hey, look, this isn't good for you." I'm aware. There are a lot of things many of us do every single
Oh,
day that are not good for
Nacho
us.
Daddy, good night, brother. Sorry.
It's the one thing I have. And if that's the worst that it gets for me, I'm not a drug user. I don't smoke weed. I don't do coke. I don't do meth. I don't do painkillers. I don't pop pills. Um, I'll be honest with you, the thing that's gonna kill me is stress itself, not the vape. To be honest, it's gonna be life itself that's gonna take me out.
Stress will kill
Um,
you quicker than anything. It'll
oh,
physically
sure,
kill you.
sure, absolutely, absolutely, but I do wanna make sure, Arabella, that you are heard because that's
Yeah,
still important, and it's not, that your voice can't be heard because that's not fair either. So,
right.
Um, I do just want to say that. And if you are a nurse, I will tell you thank you for the things that you do. And we're not calling you an idiot. No one ever called you stupid. So
My neighbor's wife, she was a nurse, never smoked a day in her life. She died of lung cancer.
yeah.
Very nice
Yeah, and
lady.
it happens. It does happens. And I know that probably what she's saying is X amount does die from smoking. And I understand that. There's
Oh yeah,
alcoholism, there's drug overdoses, there's car crash. There's a million things. This is the thing that gets me by for now, and if it bothers you, I'm not sorry about it. It's it's what helps me through the day. How the fuck it helps me, I really don't know, but in my mind, however my mind has decided to work, which we all know smoking does not relieve stress relief, right? We also know it doesn't cure what is it? It doesn't suppress your appetite. It might at first, right? We know that smoking obviously is addictive and all the shit that comes along with it, but at the same
right.
time, so does food. So is food. So does food.
Yes, anything can be
Sex,
addictive.
drugs, alcohol, all the things. There are so many other things to pick on. And um if you want to come at me because you see me pick up my vape on a live, I'm a
Yep,
human, I'm a person. I'm not going to hide behind a facade of who you want me to be or pretend anything different. I'm a real person. Many people in the US are vaping. Many people are smokers. Um, Many people have hidden addictions that they don't talk about.
Sure.
It's one of my vices. That's what I'm gonna say. So it's that
I ain't
simple.
got
But
nothing to hide.
anyway, Wayne, I didn't want to take up all your time, but I did want to at least address that because I don't want her to feel like she can't speak. But uh, coming sideways like that isn't fair either. So I smoke here.
No, look, if I see a channel of something I don't like, I just move on. I don't get it.
Sure, sure. Well,
You
she
know,
did have good insight, because she was agreeing with you about weight loss and all the things that you were saying, which Wayne, you have had firsthand knowledge.
yeah,
Um, but you're not wrong. So that's just how I feel about it. To come in someone's thing and be like, "Meh, you shouldn't be doing this." Well, shit.
yeah,
Y'all
yeah.
sure
That's not
shouldn't
the
be
way to
on the
do it.
internet at 1 in the morning, at least my time, because we all should be sleeping and fucking doing whatever it else is that's important in our lives. But here we are.
Well, Matthew, what's up, brother? Well, I
Good
know
night,
what
Meg.
it's like to be alone on New Year's, and I wanted to, you know, um, I don't know, brighten your year, start your year off with something I've
It's
never
fantastic.
done.
I know. And we still can't see your face, which stinks.
While my wife's, 8 hours away, living in a hospital, and
Yeah.
she's worried that radiation that they're giving him, and but I'm really thankful for all the love and support I get from my friends, family, and my especially my YouTube family right now. And
Oh,
um, you being live, it really meant a lot. And so, I got all prettied up for nothing, got my makeup done, and the camera doesn't work. You know, I
right.
mean, I feel pretty, I look pretty.
That's awesome.
Um,
That's awesome.
I try to be in touch with my feminine side.
I'm
Carolyn, I
upset.
love you
I'm
too.
so sad. I'm so sad because I do feel very, very honored that you would only go live with me. And then the good Lord looked upon us and he said, "You know what? You can go live 10 different times, but you don't get to see his face."
That's right.
So
I love all you two. Carolyn, Miss Queen, backyard. I love you too, you old country drunken bastard. Yeah, love you, brother. Wouldn't have you any other way. Be yourself. All
yeah. No, we appreciate you, Wayne, very much so.
good
You've
people. So
like
I
I
told you
said,
one time that
go ahead.
I told you I saw fools. I saw something special. I saw you. I saw something special. I
Right.
don't drink. That's not why I hung around. And here we are. Y'all are good,
Mhm.
honest folks. You care. And I was right, you know? Well, the good Lord pointed me your way, I think. I know. I know he did.
You think so?
Bill, what's up, mate? Yes, ma'am, I do, 100%. I don't believe in coincidences.
Sure.
Mike, what you getting sick about, brother? Mike Dizzle, I love you too, man.
Wayne's like, or Mike's like, I can't handle it.
Yeah, too
Wayne's
much
first
gooey
stage
gooey love.
disrespectful.
Don't love me, I'm afraid. Don't touch me in my heart area. I'll tell.
Oh,
Carolyn,
Selena,
yes.
I used to be a cigarette smoker. I smoked for many years actually, and because I couldn't afford it, someone offered me a vape, um, and I started doing that. And I didn't smoke a cigarette again, but I feel like smoking vapes from a cigarette is worse than smoking a cigarette. And I only say that because you have this all day long, wherever you're at, wherever you are, in your car, in your home. Sorry, Wayne, to interrupt you. This
You
doesn't
didn't?
stink like a cigarette. I was never a person to smoke inside of my home. I always smoked in my garage or outside. Um, and when you smoke a real cigarette, you put it out, you go inside. It's done, it's over with. And you don't smoke another one until later. But this bullshit, honestly, it's that hand to mouth all day long. It's not great. I'm not going to agree that it's a good habit by any means, but it's it definitely to me is a worse habit because of convenience over a cigarette is how I see it.
Well, they both have a downside and they both have an upside. I'm
Sure.
with you. I will not smoke inside.
Yeah, I
I
never,
won't do it.
never, ever, 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 ever smoked inside to the new
Huh?
year.
Happy New
Huh.
Year.
I appreciate you. You're supposed to spend that money on the tables, fool. What are you doing? I appreciate
Oh
you.
man,
Wayne appreciates you because you know it's going right to Wayne. So thank you, thank you,
I
thank you.
do.
And
It's
we have Wayne here, whichever side he's on, which you can't see him, which is unfortunate,
I
but
am
I
on
wanted
the
to bring a
dark
special
side.
guest.
Huh? Thank you so much, man. Thank
Yeah,
you, thank you, thank you.
you are appreciated very, very much so. You're
Oh
definitely
yeah.
it's going to a good place. So thank you for that. But spend your money on those tables. Spend the money on the tables. That was my chat last night in backyards chat. I was like, save your pennies for the tables because he likes to go in. I don't know if it's poker or what he plays at the tables, but he always goes to the casino and spends his money there. Or at least that's what he says he does. I don't want to say for sure, but I did. I'm up 3,500. All right, huh?
All
Okay.
right.
I got to learn how to
Get her
do
done,
that.
boy.
I want to start learning how to count cards so I can get banned from Vegas. That's the plan.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco,
I'm donating
seis.
my time. Jose, you know what? Donating your time is awesome. It doesn't matter about the money. We appreciate you regardless. So,
Oh, Jose, no doubt. Look, man, as I was saying, Carolyn was so nice to me in the chat, and I,
Mike, I can do
I
that.
can, I can list off so many people off the top of my head. It's
Hmm.
insane, you know, just out of this chat. I mean, if I were to write down in my notes, it'd probably be 40, 50 people, you
Hmm.
know, and I appreciate every bit of uh, friendship, love, prayers, anything, man. Just having somewhere to hang out. Um, when I'm hurting real bad, I I know I can go find someone who's live and hang out, and someone I know will be on there, and that's really
Hmm.
cool. Something I've never done.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah,
I like
it's
it.
Mike, I appreciate you. Mike Dizzle. I will absolutely let fools know. I appreciate you for that. Um I've I never expected this. That little short that I made when I say I would have never in a million years expected this. Never. I was way against it when Fool started. You could see it in my attitude. You can see it when he was on live. Um I wear my heart on my sleeve. I do not I I I'm not a liar and I'm not trying to pretend that I'm somebody that I'm not. And to see the things that have transpired within the people that come in here is honestly beyond any and I genuinely mean that when I said that in my short. It is something I never fathomed. I I I'm lost for words because I really did not expect any of this. I kind of expected it to be a shit show. I expected it to be men and women just like doing what men and women do, at least from my experience, and not genuine people because I personally don't find those types of people in real life. So to see people's experiences, their heartaches, the triumphs, the downs, the ups of the people here that are willing to share that, it, I'm flabbergasted, honestly, by the people that continue to show up. Really, and I mean that in a nice way because I really did not have high expectations for this ever. This was something that Fool started doing, and he coaxed me into doing it as well. And I was just like, dude, this is really not my thing. Um, Meeting Red for the first time, the beautiful community now.
Yeah.
Carolyn, I'll never go back and rewatch anything. But I honestly like this. I've never been a YouTube user. I use YouTube for like a DIY or a help me fix it or a help me operate. I did not I did not think this was ever a thing. I'm old, I guess, because I've been out of the social media world for a little bit that I the people here are fantastic. That we're gonna get some assholes, of course. And I
Oh
don't
yeah.
mean the trolls. There are people who have their crappy days. Trust me, I have many of those, and I have no problem showing that. I'm gonna work on that. But it's it's crazy. It really is to think back to the beginning and until now because Fools was doing this to the point where I just wanted to scream. Which I probably did. I'm sure I did. In fact, I know I did. That I just
Oh,
couldn't
I
stand it.
remember. Even I saw it. You
And
were
here I
ready to.
am. Here I am. Here I am.
I
Here.
haven't. Oh, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you
No,
off.
you're okay. I was just gonna say, and here I am in crappy days. Here I am holding down the fort, while he's away, and just never, 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 never would have thought.
That's awesome. I I think I can clarify some aspects of it. So I personally thought I don't have, never have Facebook, Instagram, or anything. I have an
Mhm.
old, uh, what you call it, uh, eh, LinkedIn profile that I had for work. But I thought, how am I going to? You're just typing a message. Hey, I'm not a big fan of texting. If you want me, call me. I'll talk to you.
Sure.
But my outlook on that has changed a little bit because I never would have thought I would have developed a full on relationship by typing messages back and forth, you
Right.
know, and, I never saw the appeal. And
Oh, real quick, Wayne.
come on.
In California and in the Pacific time, it is Happy New Year's, Miss Queen.
Oh, yeah.
My
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year's, Happy New Year's. Sorry, we're 2 minutes delayed. I saw you, Queen. I'm sorry, I'm too busy talking and fucking looking down that I'm not
No,
paying
that's
attention.
important.
Happy New Year's, all of you that are on the Pacific time frame there. Sorry, Wayne. Go ahead.
Absolutely. Well, yeah. So I don't know why I hung around fools. I just did. I saw something like, I'll message back and forth. And uh, so, from your point of view, you
Hmm.
know, I if my wife, before all this, started a YouTube channel and she's
Hmm.
spending all her time with that, and I'm like, who are these people you're talking to anyway? What's this
Sure.
guy? Where's he from? What does he want?
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
what's so special about this? You don't see it, you don't know.
Yeah.
Um, but it happened the way it was supposed to happen because that's the way it happened. And here we are. I am not disappointed bringing in the new year. I am elated to spend it with you, especially, and Carolyn and Fabian and Bill. And, Bill, look at it. Bill was disappointed he wasn't around for his daughter's 21st birthday. Rick, his father is living with him in his last days. You know, we're
Mm.
all carrying apprehensive. Yes, Carolyn, you are dead spot on. I was apprehensive.
Yeah.
Um, but it's amazing the transformation because I was kind of like you actually. I'm like, what's the appeal, you know? But
Yeah.
what would you be doing, um, if you weren't on YouTube right now and Fools is out of town? You'd be working on something, because
Yeah, there would
you're
be.
workaholic. You filled your hours with
Sure.
that.
Of course.
So if you view YouTube as a pleasant distraction, then
Mhm.
you're having fun. But anyway, it means a lot to me and so many others. Um, and by the way, you having bad days and us seeing that just makes you human.
I
It
don't wanna
adds to the
talk about
appeal.
it. Let's pretend
Oh,
like it
that's
never
all I was going to
happened.
say about that. We all
Let's
have
pretend
bad
like it never
days.
happened.
It never happened. I don't
It
remember.
never
I don't know what you're
happened.
talking
No,
about.
I don't think anyone understands when you're in a relationship. I'm gonna talk real truth right now.
Oh yeah,
Um, if you're in a committed relationship with somebody
yeah,
and they start spending, a lot of their time in front of their phone, it really takes a toll. It really does. And um I know, I'm not perfect, Fools is not perfect, none of us are perfect by any means, but, um, the behind the scenes stuff, I don't think anyone understands, you go on YouTube, right? And a lot of people put on a show and they do it for likes and they do it for views and they wanna be somebody important, um, but
yeah.
I am who I am, and my face usually says everything, and I don't because like it or not, fools knows you are the pants of the family
Yeah,
now.
that's right.
It's uh I've never been one to hold my feelings, like, hey, everything's okay. And I'll try, but then there's that undermined fucking underhanded shit where I'm like, oh really? 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 And
Yeah.
I need to work on that. That's a good goal for 2025. Um, but I don't like being someone that I'm not. I don't like playing pretend. I don't if I'm having a shit day, I'm having a shit day. I'm just a human. I'm just like everyone else. I'm by no means this superior person. I'm not perfect. I'm emotional, and some days I'm really strong, and other days I can be that person for everyone to lean on, and I can take in everybody's crap and everyone's drama, and I've got all this great advice to give. Um, but at the end of the day, I'm with myself in my own head, and many of us are. And when you have to think about the day or the people or everything else, it's really hard. It's really hard. And
Yes.
you know uh back to what I was saying, because now I'm sidetracked. When he was spending all the time, which he still does, when he's home, but it's more, I understand more. Before I didn't understand. Fools, as you know, is not a touchy feely kind of guy. um I know he's got the persona of certain things, and that's okay and that's fine, and I'm not taking that from him, but he is not a touchy-feely guy. It's just not who he is. It's just not who he is, and that's okay. I'm not at all saying different, but it's if something's going on in his mind, he we don't there's no discussion there. There's no discussion, unless I pry it out with a crowbar and pull it out with a pair of pliers. does do I understand any of it? And even if he did try to explain it, right? Because I know the stuff that he's gone through does not compare to anything that I would ever understand.
Yeah.
So, there are things that I will never know and I will never understand, and I don't ask. And I'm okay with that. But oh man, Wayne and Carolyn ass. Uh I don't want to be reminded of those days in the beginning, but it was really hard. And some days
Yeah.
even now it's hard. Some days even now it's not easy. But I'm I'm gaining a better knowledge of what this community means not only to me but to him. And it's making it easier to understand. So,
Yes, ma'am.
anyway, that was my long
Um,
tangent about nothing. So, sorry.
oh no, it was not about nothing. It's about how you feel about the whole thing that got started. Is very germane to our conversation, as they say. Uh, I do understand, believe it or not. Uh, I I'm on my third marriage, fourth uh, committed relationship. First
Mhm.
one I was with 3 years. I had a child at 19. Woohoo! And next one was, I don't know,
Matthew, have a good
7.
evening. Sorry, Wayne.
Matthew,
Matthew,
take
I
care, brother.
appreciate you. I appreciate you being here.
Good
I
night,
know
brother.
you've been in and out. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I see you. I
Yeah, I like
appreciate you.
Matthew. He's cool, man. This guy sounds old as F. Mike, I am 58 years old. So you are correct, sir. I
Wayne,
sound
while
old
you're chatting real
because
quick,
I
I'm
am.
going to take out my contacts really, really fast.
Yeah, I mean, you should have done that too, just in case my picture pops up too. You don't have to look at it. So. But no, I know what it's like to be with someone who's distracted. My last wife did straight up cheat on me, and I would have rathered her, been on YouTube other than another guy. So there's that.
Yeah.
But no, I do know what it's like to have your significant other distracted by
Well, and
anything.
it wasn't necessarily a distraction. Him and I have had the conversation before as tiptoeish or as ring around the rosies as you want to say. But he's always made the notion of he misses the camaraderie that he had once he came out of the army.
Right.
And I can never relate to something like that, right? I've never been in the military. I don't understand that bond that you'll have with someone or people, right? And I can fathom it in my mind, but I cannot physically, tangibly understand because I've never gone through it. But
Right.
when we would have those discussions in the past about, once he came out of the military, and he just felt like life was boring. There was no purpose. It was nothing was exciting. um he goes through bouts like any other person, as much as he tries not to show it. But um it's I think he has found a substitute finally, which I
Yes.
really had to stand back and think outside of the box. And it doesn't mean I think about that often, right? Because I want to be selfish and think about me, 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 because it's just part of fucking being a damn chick, I guess. I don't know. But I have to be reminded that in moments like that I need to just step away and just allow things, because it's not detrimental, like the things you dealt with, obviously, with your wife cheating and all of that. It's by no means
Right.
that. It's just creating a bond with a community outside of himself. And it's something that it's taken me some time to understand. and to really think outside of the box because I I wanted to take offense to it all, that it
Sure.
that it had to do with something with me, that it's my issue or I'm the problem. Um, let's make it about myself. And I don't mean that in a funny way. It's, when you're in a relationship, you're immediately going to go with those things as if there was a cheating spouse. What did I not do right? Is there something I'm doing wrong? Um and and I had to think differently, and having this conversation is like looking in a mirror and I don't like it. I feel like I
Well,
always have these conversations like this as a reminder to myself. It's like I'm in a therapy session with myself, if that makes sense.
well, you're your own best therapist. You really are. And reflections like you're doing is very healthy. You're not running away from the issue. You're not
Sure.
in denial, and
Oh, of course not. Of
it's
course not.
very therapeutical to go through that. Therapy doesn't happen in a day, and it doesn't stick with you. You have to constantly remind yourself of of good, bad,
Mhm.
ugly, um,
Yeah,
and self improvement, learning. All that never stops, man.
sure.
So it's not a one time thing. Oh well, you're fixed. Let me
Right.
$100. You know,
Well,
drive through
you
some
know,
good.
what's funny is I just got a fleeting thought just now, which was the next time I'm having a moment and Fools is home, I could see Carolyn, I love you. It's gonna be like Carolyn in the chat being like, Rainy, it's not about you. I can
Hey,
I
it works.
it does, and it's a good reminder, but it was just a fleeting thought of I can see Carolyn be like, "No, no, 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 no. I'm gonna need you to remember this, dear.
That's too funny.
That um remember this conversation you had on New Year's Day about all these things. It's not about you." So um yeah, but it's to put us in our places and to hold ourselves accountable or to hold each other accountable is pretty awesome. So,
Yeah. No, I respect you 100%. You know that, and part of that is your honesty. Your honesty with yourself. That's where it begins.
oh yeah.
If you can't be honest with yourself, you can't be honest. It's better to start there. I guess is the best way to put it. Honest with yourself and everybody else, and that way you can be lazy. You don't have to remember anything. The answer is always
Mhm.
going to be the same. You don't have to think about the truth, man.
It
I'm
depends
too
on the
old and too
personality
lazy.
for the day though, Wayne. The answer might change.
Well, yeah. I mean, the core message is the same. It may be described a little bit different, but
Rini, do you remember
uh,
the first time we talked? I didn't like you, Carolyn. I'll be honest with you. I didn't like you. And I vaguely remembered. Um Vaguely. Vaguely. I don't like a lot of females. I'll be honest with you, and that's not just on the internet, that's in real life. I didn't like you. And it's not a
my
personal
wife is
thing.
like that.
It's a female thing. I do remember Carolyn. It was a brief conversation about like, hey, how did you find this channel? She said she saw the Harleys in the background, and I was a little bit at ease, but as you hear me say often, I really don't get along with a lot of females. I really don't. Um, I don't want to say my perspective has changed on that, but I will say that I'm finding that there are more females that think very much. Um, you didn't think. I didn't think you did either. You kind of questioned me. See, exactly, Carolyn. I remember. Um, I'm starting to realize there are a lot more females out there that kind of have the same mentality that I do. And I don't mean fully, right? Because God, I hope you don't think the same way I do. But that same thought process of not every female, right? Because you think of that, oh, girl power and girls unite and blah blah blah. That's not the case. That's not the case. And the older you get, the more you realize that who you thought was your friend is not. And
Oh yeah.
based on based on my experiences, I've dealt with females that have not been great. Very, very, very few. And, we're on the internet. You don't know what someone's intentions are, regardless of what it looks like. And no, Carolyn, I didn't like you. That's my honest truth. And I absolutely adore and love you now, but I didn't love you. I didn't love you. I did not like you. But you're not the only one I didn't like. There were a lot of people I didn't like. And it was mostly YouTube as a whole. So it it kind of was hand in hand. I didn't like Avery either. If Avery's still in here, she's also another one because she's been around Carolyn as long as you have, if not right after or before.
Yeah.
I I
Excuse me.
I just didn't. I didn't, and it's not personal.
Oh,
You
there
know,
she is. Miss
Avery's like, here
Avery.
I am. Avery knows
Hello,
I
darling.
absolutely adore her. Avery's like, I hear you. Did you speak my name? Um, but again, you have to understand, if you were in a relationship with somebody and there's this person that pops into their chat all the time, what's going to be maybe you're so secure in your life and you're whatever that you're fine. I'm not. Let's be honest. Um, I'm not saying I'm not secure in my relationship. I'm saying, um,
You don't
females.
trust the enemy. You
Well,
don't
and I
trust
I
them.
mean, it's not fair to blanket that statement, and I'm learning that now. That's what I'm saying is, I can have my perception on all the crap I've dealt with in the past because what do we have? We have experiences that we've dealt with in the past that makes us immediately be triggered or have traumas in the future. But what I'm learning through all of this is just because I've had this issue before, which I know it's stupid to even think about because duh, this is common sense. Just because I've dealt with this before doesn't mean this is going to happen again. Um and it's taken me time, and it's not necessarily that this isn't going to happen again. It's the person I'm with would not allow that to happen to begin with. And
Right.
I think that's where the disconnect was for me is not all of this shit, but the person. Um and
I,
maybe I put a lot of blame on others rather than the person that was the instigator or that was the one that allowing it to happen. If that makes sense in so many ways.
it does. I have I have an outlook. I have a tool that I use and that I tell people that works. So I had two girls with my first marriage, and I
Mhm.
talk to her now. And when we first got married, she was nice and sweet. Obviously, I married her. But then she was developing, unbeknownst to me, unchecked bipolar and schizophrenia. So things got really bad.
Mhm.
And so, like last year, I guess, I started talking to her again, just forgiving everybody and just, if I hold hate in my heart, then it only hurts me. So anyway, so she was like a real person again. And
Mhm.
my girls would, be on the phone with me and they say, "Ugh, mama's calling again. Oh, I'll
Mhm.
call her later." And
Sure.
so I told them that she was doing well and to give her a chance. And I thought about it and I told them, I said, "Look, when you see her number pop up, and this goes for anybody, you have an idea in your mind of how it's going to go. Usually they're greeting, sup, howdy, whatever. But if you drop your expectations to zero,
Yeah.
not bad, not good, just
Mhm.
zero expectation and take it as it comes, even with familiar people,
Yeah.
then it's like like life is supposed to be a surprise, and so um, Heather, she took that and she said, "Okay, Daddy, I'll do that." And
Mhm.
so her mom called and she just, zero expectation, not looking for the bad or the worst. And so they talk a lot better now.
Mhm.
And that really helps out. If you can set yourself to zero, walking into a convenience store, whatever, like customers you deal with, um,
Mhm.
even if you dealt with them 100 times, you know what? I'm going to set it to zero. You don't know what kind of day he's having. You don't know if he's had a tragedy, a good mood. And when I
Yeah.
walk through a store nowadays, because of what I'm going through, I,
Sure.
I give people the benefit of the doubt, even if they're sour. Typically, if they're sour, I actually look at the cashiers at Kroger and I will pick the one that looks the most unhappy and I will hit her line and tell her
Mhm.
how, you know, kind she is and hope you're having a good day. I even gave $5 to a Kroger cashier one day
Mhm.
and she took it, made her day, man. But yeah, if you just drop it to zero and say, well, let's see what happens. It's kind of fun, and I don't know, it gives them a chance. And if you find out they're really, mean people or good people, well, then you take it from there.
Yeah.
It's just something silly that helps me.
Sure. Sure. Real quick, Wayne, I just want to acknowledge some of the people in chat.
Oh,
Patrick, I
please do.
appreciate you. I appreciate you. Patrick wrote a book, so I want to just say I appreciate you for being here. Um, ran out of room, sorry. Carolyn, I love you today. I didn't love you then, but I love you today. So I appreciate you. I appreciate that because it doesn't happen very often, as I'm sure that you are aware of. So there is that as well. And Sanal is here. Is Sanal here? Hello, Sanal. Happy New Year. You guys got a really good
So,
point. If
no,
your partner
how's
is
it
sick, it's
going?
for them. True, Wayne Country. You still up? Hell yeah, me too. Just got done working. That's sweet. Yeah, Wayne, I've learned that it's not the people, it's the experiences. And and
Oh,
I think
yeah,
and
that'll
I think
shape your
that's what
expectation.
gets yeah, it gets a lot of us. It's some of us, I look, when I tell you I was married to a master manipulator and a womanizer, I am not joking you. And that was what I consider my first real relationship, into the world. And I it's unfortunate that even sometimes that crap that happened years ago still affects me today, you
Sure
know.
does.
Um and it's not saying that Fools is by any means like this loser because absolutely not. But it's when you've gone through trauma, and I'm not talking about like I don't like to compare trauma to other people's trauma because we all have our own idea of what trauma is, right? But when you've been beat down, and I don't mean necessarily physically, I always like to say I'd much rather be punched in the face than hit with words because at least the punch in the face, eventually the pain goes away.
Yeah.
Um, words don't, actions don't. And the scar will eventually heal. I'll remember it, I'll see it, but it doesn't it's a time and a thing and a moment, and it dissipates. But the the me being young and dumb and naive and just dealing with so much, it's like I'm saying, the fact that that stuff can and still affects me based on the people and the places and my surroundings, which obviously I know that that has a lot to do with it, is really shitty. It's really shitty because it's not fair for me to impose those characteristics on somebody else, especially if I don't know anything about them.
Right.
Um, but I think it's easier for us to just push people and places and things away because it's better not knowing than potentially being hurt again. You know what I mean?
Well, I have some input on that. So, it's easier. Anger is an easier emotion than sad or anger is easy. You
Sure.
anger you, and anger also puts a little steel door trap around your heart, and
Mhm.
so you don't risk that hurt. But to feel, to love, you have to be willing to risk the hurt. And I will tell you that my last marriage, when she cheated on me, I was mentally abused by her. Okay,
Mhm.
the equivalent of a uh, what you described, a womanizer, but in
Mhm.
female form, and she
A
would lie,
hoe, a
manipulate.
hoe, she's a hoe. That's what it is.
Yeah, but she was a smart hoe, and but I mean, she was a dentist. She was in college at 16, and but she hated playing chess with me because I beat her. She was irritated because I, you know, was smart, actually smarter
Mhm.
than her. Um, but it took a toll on me. And when I was done with that relationship, I was like, "Oh hell no, I'm fine. I do not want to be with another woman." And well, I finally got to the point where I'm not gonna let her take my happiness away. I'm not going to give her that power to shape my reality in such a fashion that's going to affect me the rest of my life. So, spite is a driving force in most people.
Mhm.
And so, it's a different girl, not just schizophrenia. That was the first one. This is the second one. But I was like, I'm going to use spite in a good way. I'm going to tell myself, you know what? You know, don't be a sissy. Just man up, take your licking, and just don't ruin it for everybody else just because of her. And that
Sure.
didn't happen in a day. That took a
No.
long time, man. And I mean, and all these people that if I had every dollar I had back from lending them money in the roofing world, new guys, whatever, uh, I'm not going to say the number, but it would be large. But I refuse to let anybody stop me from being who I am. I
Yeah.
and that's easier said than done. This took me years, man, years.
Mhm.
And the 24/7 pain I'm in, it took me a long time to get where I am now and try to be in a good mood and not let anybody change who the core me is. And you know, God, I'm going to say it. When I was your age, there. Okay, now I'm officially old. When I was your age, um, I was in the middle of an abusive relationship, and so just don't ever say can't or won't, you know. And but also it's okay to feel the way you do. You know, you don't want to be that way on purpose. Life has shaped each and every one of us. The tragedies, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Sure, they affect us in the way we are. Some ways good, some ways bad. So we deal with that, you know, set the expectations to zero and say, okay, tomorrow's going to be a beautiful day. It's going to be today, it's going to be a beautiful year, man. No matter what
Mhm.
happens, I'm going to stay being me, and that's that. I win. There you go.
Real quick, Mike, I'm not sure because you keep saying a whole bunch of stuff that's not necessary. And I'm really trying to be polite. Uh,
What do we
I'm
got
gonna
here?
be honest. If you think something shady's going on, I'm on a live platform right now. Honestly, I just want to point that out to you, Mike. Um, Fool subscribes to me. I don't know if you know this. I'm really not trying to be an asshole. Fool subscribes to Wayne, who's in this live as well. Fools has
Fools is
his
my
phone
boy
number,
now.
and 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 Wayne has his phone number. You've made some comments that are not okay with me, and I would just like to point them out that that's um, not okay. By the way, because Wayne, if you pay attention to any of the things that we're doing, his family is suffering from leukemia, which we are donating all of our YouTube money to Wayne and his family. So I would really appreciate if at least if you're going to say the remarks that you're saying, that you please do your research. I know you've asked a couple questions, but I would just ask you very nicely, maybe next time rephrase them in a way that isn't condescending or makes it look like I'm doing ho shit, because that would be great. Um, I'm not the one. Never have been the one. I won't be the one. And let's just pretend I was the one. Mike, I'm not going to do it on a freaking public forum. If I was the person, which I'm not, because if I was, Fools and I wouldn't be together. But Mike, Mike, I have to giggle, and I know you've made a few comments. Um, just know, Wayne is good people. He is family to us, and he is a big staple in both of our chats. And Wayne never goes live with anyone. He's never gone live, in fact. And as a special thing, he wanted to go live this evening. And unfortunately, he's having camera issues because we're going to call it software problems. But yeah, he's really, really good people. So I just wanted to point that out. I'm not a hoe bag. If maybe
That's
you
right.
thought I was. If you thought I was a hoe bag, I have news for you. I'd much rather be single. Honestly, quite honestly. I don't want to deal with men on any level, aside from the one that I have, because that's already a lot. And I'm sure he could say the same about me. And just just so you know. And I do
May I add?
appreciate the apology. But
Yeah, I
I
appreciate
just
that.
I just find it comical because I'm like, well, I just want to address Mike. Let Mike know that all is good. I promise you. Um, Wayne is good people. So I know
I
you can't
appreciate
see
that.
him, and that's not on purpose. It's simply because I think it may have to do with Wayne's hardware on his fantastic cell phone that he's dealing with.
Oh yeah, the 6S baby, the
But
last phone, the oldest phone that they support is what I have.
yeah. And
Middle and whole. I'm not giving up my hole for anyone.
yeah. And Mike, I'm not
Nobody gets my hole,
sure.
man.
And Mike, I'm not trying to be disrespectful at all. I know you've said it a few times and I have seen it, and I just want to acknowledge you outright that no shady stuff. Trust me, I'm too busy in my life, let alone no. I'm just not her. I never will be her.
It
It's
and I would like to add to this, Miss Rainey.
sure.
So you and my wife have communicated. You have each other's information. My
Yes.
wife knows all about you, fools,
Yes.
and
Yes.
I can't travel. It hurts me to go
Yeah.
2 miles up the road. You're a wee bit. I'm in Georgia, you're in Idaho. That would that would be,
Yeah,
that
well,
would be
you know,
quite the
Wayne,
hat trick.
it's a fair it's a fair observation, and I just want to make sure that Mike
Bill.
is aware, because I don't I looked at Mike, nothing personal. Mike's been around for a little bit, his YouTube channel, so I don't want Mike to get the wrong idea about either one of us or about anyone here in this chat.
Right.
So,
Yeah, yeah.
um Mike, if you are a genuine person, which I'm hoping that you are, I just wanted to give you a little time and explain a little bit to you, and not just overstep
Awesome.
and have you keep questioning and making little comments, and just know that whatever you think is not a thing. So, Shannon, hello. So,
Miss Rainey, can I have a shot at the chat? I've never tried that before.
can you have a what?
A shot at the chat,
What do you mean a shot
communicating
at
with
the
those
chat?
communicating with the chat. We've been talking so much, I haven't really
You
interacted
can
with the
see the
chat too
chat,
much.
right?
Well, yeah, but I,
Oh, well,
I
fuck yeah. Do whatever you want. No more comments.
okay, let's see what do we have
You
here.
chat with them. I need to take my contacts out because they are driving me insane.
Okay,
Um,
doke.
yeah, no, address anyone you want. I want to make sure that they are addressed because they are here listening to us banter back and forth. So I just want to make sure that, they're acknowledged. So,
Yes, ma'am.
okay.
I will do that. So, Mike Dizzle, thank you very much for that acknowledgement. No more comments. Caroline, Idaho, Idaho, Idaho. Just got here. Shannon, is it a call in? Shannon, I have a POS model iPhone 6S that apparently is incompatible with YouTube Live. I've never tried it before, but it's an old phone. I'm an old guy, and well, yeah, it didn't work. But we have audio. We have audio. Bill, yes, yes, she does. Bobby Lee, correct. I never recover from my ex healing. I want to see someone behind my back. I hope no one day I'm free. Yeah, I've been there. Um, Daddy Wayne, can you shout me out? A shout out, the one and only shout out ever to happen on this channel today, 2025. Carolyn, I shout out to you, my love, my awesome, awesome daughter, who I'm proud of. You rock. Thank you so much. You were key in facilitating me knowing everyone. Thank you. Shannon, I remember when you first commented. You were awesome. You've been through it. And you're still here. I love it. Patrick X, been around like, oh, twice. I saw you, I think, in the karaoke stream. Well, Happy New Year's, Patrick, but no, I've not been live ever. Um, I did. I take it back. I was on StreamYard, audio only, pretty much, but that doesn't count. Uh, only shout out. That's right, Carolyn. It's the only shout out ever to happen on this channel that I know of. Shannon, mature voice. Well, thank you for the compliment. Mature is a nice way of saying, dude, you are old, so old. I invented dirt and the question mark. You're welcome. You're welcome. Um, my favorite sporting goods store is Dick's. But yeah, I do appreciate y'all staying up this late and chatting. Hi there. Hmm. I'm not even going to try that. Choto. Hi. I think Huh should get another shout out for that. Okay. Huh. You are the man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Shannon, you have no reason to be sorry. Fabian. Dicks. Oh man, you gotta love it. Hashtag rainy for dicks. Sporting goods. It's weird to hear 2025. I know, right? Bill, my main man. Can of spam. Happy New Year. Hope there's better news coming your way. Thank you, sir. You too, man. Always. I wish I could match it. Next year's going to be better. Yeah, Bobby, it's going to be. How is New Year, guys? So far, so good, man. The year of the snake. I forget which one I am. My brother was a dog. Um, I don't know. I was born in 66. So, whatever that is. Born in 66. Damn, I'm old. Are you off tomorrow? Carolyn, sorry. I'm a rabbit. Why does a rabbit have to be? Well, thank you, Carolyn. God bless America. Amen, brother. America. You. Year of the Dragon. 84. Graduation year. I'm a horse. Yeah, I've been told that before. Oh, yeah, that too. Yeah. Oh, man. Good times, good times. Carolyn, goodness. I'll tell you what, Carolyn. I will try to go live again. This helped me break the ice. The Eye of the Tiger, Patrick. I love Metallica. I do too, man. I saw him twice in concert. Holy smokes, for a concert. I'm a dragon. Yeah, that checks out. I know people who see dragons in Pennsylvania. Backyard, that'll happen, man. That'll happen. And yes, you are very sexy, by the way. Yes, Bill, I am. I appreciate that. I can go live now. I'm too shy, but it's fun to try sometimes. Shannon, it took me forever to get here. If it hadn't been the new year, I probably wouldn't have gone live. But now that I have, you know, it's not too bad.
I lost my vape. I have a
Oh
vape, but
no,
I lost one and I can't find it and it's driving me bananas. Ugh.
you could lock me in a padded room with a bowling ball naked and I would lose it. I can lose things in record
I'm just
time.
like, if anyone vapes and is an avid vapor, you know what I'm talking about. Nice hat. Do you like that? Don't be a Richard. It's my one of my favorite little bar hats that I wear when I work the bar.
I
Yeah,
love it.
I I don't know where it went, and I've been looking and I can't find it, and I'm frustrated because it's awesome. I get it. I know, Queen. I'm like, where did I put it?
I
I
vaped
have to
for quite a
carry
while.
two. What?
I said I vaped for quite a while. So yeah.
I check your prison pocket. I I had two of them, and this one is going to be dead soon, so I'd like to puff on the other one. And I've looked everywhere, and I'm fairly certain it's just sitting in the ether somewhere. I know it'll show up, Shannon. I know it's going to show up. One of two ways: chaos is going to get a hold of it first, or I need to find it. So, Wayne, I will let you go back to the chat. I will be back again because
Okay, Miss Rainey,
I
what you
need to
might
be
want to
sure.
do is take the old one, hold it in your hand, and pretend like you're putting it away, and maybe you'll put it right next to the other one.
Wayne, putting it away, that's who puts their vape away? If
Well,
anyone in this chat puts your vape away, go away because that's
no,
not a
no,
thing.
you don't.
Nobody puts their vape away. If you're an avid vape user, you don't put it anywhere. It's with you always.
That's right.
Always, Wayne. It's that bad of a habit. It is with you wherever you may go. Me, I hid it
Oh
from my
yeah.
kids. They will steal it. Oh, Shannon, yeah, my kids, my kids are of age, so they're like, "Oh, mom, let me try this." I'm like, "Get off my stuff. Go buy your own or buy one from me." It's like your phone. No, I never lose my phone. And here's why. The beautiful glory of the Apple Watch is I can literally do this. Were you able to hear that?
No.
No. You couldn't hear that? Okay. Well, I can ping my phone from my watch. So I'm able to
Cool.
find out where my phone is. So I never lose my phone. I misplace it, yes, but I cannot lose it because I can ping it from my watch. I wish I could ping my vape. My vape needs an AirTag. Isn't
Do
there a
it.
shelf on your upper left, whichever side the remote's on? No, Bobby, nobody puts a remote on the shelf. Oh,
No, nobody does that.
Bobby, that's weird you'd say that. I shall return. Bobby, are you in my house? Freaking me out, dude. I shall return, and if I find it there, we're removing Bobby.
Jefferson County Deputy Sheriff, howdy. Speaking of sheriff, Carolyn, back to the prison wallet. So, Carolyn, my prison wallet is so vast. I have lawn furniture. I have a Chevy up on blocks in there. Um, it's too crowded. I'd never find a bowling ball in there. It's tragic, man. I'm old. It's blown out, man. My O ring is no longer. So you could pull a tractor trailer in there and turn it around without backing up. Bruce Wayne, that'd be me. What's up, Mike? Shannon. Yeah, I the roofer in me comes out now and then. A vape with a Bluetooth. That's cool. I was talking about in front of her. I thought she put it there. Yeah. Um, there's a pig in the chat. Hell no. Well, that's there's good ones out there. Um, whichever side the remote's on. It beeped. I didn't hear that. I'm half deaf. My ears ring because I'm old. Went to too many concerts, too many loud drag cars, too many loud guns. Damn, no wonder why White has to tie a board to that. Exactly. Not just any board. It's going to be a 6x6, 20 foot longer, or we won't see him again. He will be gone. There's a family of midgets in there that, make product for me. They live very comfortable in there. It's nice and warm in the winter. Well, Shannon, thank you. I appreciate that. Patrick, yep. Killer New Year was fun, folks. Are you okay with the jokes? Me? Oh yeah. I You cannot hurt my feelings. I have feelings, but I don't remember where I put them. I have very thick skin. I don't care. Say what you want about me. If you were referring to me, Shannon. Yes, you, the idiot talking. Yeah, I'm okay with any jokes. Bill, bring it on. It's a family. Oh, I'm sorry. The little people are residing in my prison wallet. Yes, they are quite sensitive. Of course, they live in someone's ass, so they can't be that touchy. Oh man, it's a beautiful year so far. Can't beat it. All the corn they can eat. Exactly. I believe he's thinking corn, but yeah, there's that too. They probably get mad because I don't eat a whole lot. So, you know, I have to give it to them the old fashioned way. Carolyn is very protective. If I can say it's kind of mean. Mean to who? Me? Bring it on. Shannon, you're cool, man. I don't can't imagine. Yeah, Carolyn shouldn't play, man. She you better hope, Bobby Lee, she doesn't find it. You know, freak her out. You're in my house. Shannon, what you got? Come on with it. I said, come on, Lee. Some people have passed and no reason to make jokes. Have passed, no reason to make jokes. But if you're in what, like a mother joke? Yeah, she's dead, but don't let that get in the way of a good mother joke. My brother and I, my dad died. My brother and I called each other up to remind the other one that her dad was dead on the day he died. Whoever called first was a winner. I got a sick sense of humor, man. I did have a Merry Christmas. Thank you. I hope you did too. Jesse. Whoa, what's up, Jesse? What it is, Chief?
Nope, can't find it. No idea.
No way.
None. Yeah, it just here's what I think happens. I think the universe opens up and it's like, I'm going to take this for a little bit and then just fucking eats it and then spits it out in a different place that I'm like, I know I've looked there. And by the way, Bobby, you're lucky I didn't find it on the shelf. Otherwise, I'd have to hide you from my chat because that would have been weird.
Miss Miss
Bobby's
Franny,
like, what about where you put your remote? And I'm like, oh my gosh. If
I
I
wonder if
find
someone
it,
can rewind it and see where you had it last.
I think I took it with me when I went and found my chips. But look, I looked in the fridge. I looked in just for fun. I went to the shop. I looked I looked in the cupboard. Just the universe opens up. Mike Dizzle, have you ever conspiracy theory, here we go. You ready? Have you ever read those stories about people who say that they place something somewhere and they go back and look for it and it's not there? Literally months later, it randomly shows up.
That's
Have you
happened to
ever
me.
heard those stories? Have you ever heard those stories? And you can laugh and joke, but um I don't think I've ever experienced it to that degree, but I'm like, it's really not that difficult. You let the dog out. Were you outside? Yes, Bobby, I was outside, but two things. I would have always kept it in my pocket. I even looked in my jeans that I had on. It's not a big deal. I don't want to take up the chat on a vape, but um, I do follow a subreddit on Reddit, a thread about the matrix type stuff, right? Because I'm always interested in hearing other people's perspectives on things that I may not understand.
Sure.
And a lot of the people in there are like, I saw what I thought was my husband or my wife or my girlfriend or my mom there, but it was never them. Or I placed something somewhere. I went back to go get it. It wasn't there. In fact, I read a story about a lady or a man, I can't remember which, who had a set of car keys. And she had come in the house, she put them in the same place. Let's say it was like a bowl in the
Yeah.
entryway when she came in. And she went to go look for them because she needed to leave and they weren't there. Never could find them again. But it wasn't until months later, after she like moved places, were they just randomly like in the middle of the room. Was her story true? I don't know. But I don't know. I don't
I
know.
know.
I just know I'm missing a vape and it appears eventually. So I just don't need chaos to get a hold of it is my biggest concern.
Right. That'd be bad. Lewis Brown, my fellow roofer. This is Wayne
Lewis.
by God Hodgson. How you doing, brah?
Lewis, we have Wayne here, and unfortunately, he doesn't have the capabilities to go live like a normal person.
Yeah. Normal. Yeah. That describes me to a T.
It's like beyond belief. What is beyond belief? Who are we talking to that's in the darkness? Jesse, it's Wayne.
Jesse. Oh yeah.
Jesse's like, who
Or
the hell's
Uncle
in the
Wayne,
dark?
Lewis. You know, Lewis and I have each other's phone number. We've never talked on the phone. It's the first time
No.
he's hearing my voice. He
Okay.
sends me the roof porn, but we haven't spoken.
I bought the new Twister movie. It was pretty good. The new Twister movie? I didn't know there was a
I haven't
new
heard of it.
Twister. Like Twister is in the tornado? Is that what you're talking about? Wayne, how much are you gonna hate me if I tell you I want to be done soon?
I don't feel obligated by any means, Miss Rainey. You've gone way, way above the and beyond
Mhm.
the call of duty, and I appreciate you.
Oh
I
no.
really appreciate
I
you.
know everyone appreciates you. That's why I wish we would have done this on your live because I am getting tired. Um, and I'm like walking around
Eh,
the house exhausted. Uh, yawning. I've had my fill of alcohol for the rest of my life, apparently. Um, which I'm not feeling whatever with that, but I'm just more like, I'm tired. I'm tired. I went to sleep
yeah,
a little later than this time yesterday or today, shall I say. Nope, yesterday. And then I woke up at like 7 in the morning last night, as you saw, Wayne.
yeah,
I had a lot going on. Man,
yes, ma'am.
I had a lot. So happy New Year's. Amu, it's good to see you. I'm sleepy too. It's either late or it's early. I know, Patrick. It's one. I've been up
Ooh,
26 hours.
26 hours. Goodness.
You must get your chat quicker than mine. I don't know what the deal is with with my internet over here. It's
I don't
3 a.m. and I
know.
hear you. I don't know why, but I've started liking you more than a friend. Okay, well, Garv, that's not an option. And Rick's like, and you're gone.
And
See,
you're done.
I don't even get the opportunity to see it because my chat is delayed. I had a few hours of sleep. So lots of good impacts,
I
and it
don't.
carries the goal of the best year. Awesome. Just MK. That's really cool of you to say, and I hope the same for you. That's very nice of you.
Yes, thank you.
I had a few hours of sleep. Yeah, Shannon, me too. And then I worked all day. And then I came home and I sat around. Miss Queen still better be here. Where is she?
I heard that.
Where's Miss
Miss
Queen?
Queen.
Miss Queen? This
Miss Queen. Donde está amigo?
Who's the
Amiga.
creepy in the darkness? Amu, this is my good friend Wayne. His I think it's his phone. His phone may not have the capabilities of showing his fantastic face. So it very
You're
well could
creepy.
be it very well could be that. We've tried to look at settings and I'm unsure of why it's not working, which is really unfortunate because that was the whole surprise is having him on this channel and we get the darkness. So hi Wayne, happy new year. Hit the
Amu,
like and
happy new
subscribe.
year to you.
3 subs, 3,000 by my birthday. Dang, Bill, you're pushing it. Miss Queen isn't here, is she? That's it, she's fired.
Yep, she's done.
She's done. You want to know why? I would have never gone live tonight if it wasn't for her. Never. I was done for the day. I did enough at the bar when I was working today. And I was just looking at people's stuff. I wasn't even doing anything. And she's like, girl, what you doing? I'm busy with my dog. What do you want? Ugh.
I did not push you. I wanted you to
I
go
know you
live
didn't. I know you
so
didn't.
bad.
I know you didn't. And I was just like, oh, I'm tired. It takes a lot out of you. And it's not that I don't enjoy it. It's not that I don't. What I'll tell you about going live, if
Patrick,
you've
thank you. Good night.
if
Sorry.
no, you're fine. Good night. Been checking out your mystery videos lately, and they're awesome. And Wayne's awesome. Patrick, I'm gonna do more crime. That's my goal. That's my goal for 2025 is be more on crime and less on shit, if that makes sense. And I mean that in a good way. Um no, but
Good
I
night,
don't
Bobby
know. I
Lee.
don't know what I was saying. Look at everyone's like, and good night. Miss Rainey said she's
Yeah,
tired. We're all tired. We've all lived the best lives of our 2024s. It does take a
that
lot.
was so
Oh,
last year,
yes.
though.
Amu, that's what I was gonna say is lives. It's not about the commentary. It's not about responding to people. It's not the conversation. It's the fact that you could be on here and you don't even realize how fast time goes. Wait, we've been on here for over 2 hours. Did you know that?
124 minutes and 32 seconds.
Really? Well, mine says 125, so you're delayed, sir.
I am, ma'am.
Hi, Cole.
You got on live and I hopped on after. I'm a
Yeah.
hitchhiker.
Yeah, well, and it's amazing how fast the time can go, especially when you're having a good time in a conversation. And then you're like,
Well,
"Well,
thank you.
shit, I've got so much stuff to do. What am I doing?" So, and then I
Fun
try
fact about fun fact about Wayne. Wayne can talk for days.
wing
I
can.
have nothing to do, nowhere to be, no
Oh.
one to see, and
Oh,
I don't sleep hardly anyway. Ooh, there
I
she
s I
is.
know she is. Oh, now you wanna say goodnight, queen? We've been calling you out this whole time, and you just wanna show your face
Yeah.
right now?
Good night, Miss Queen.
Miss Queen's like, "I'm rolling in and out of sleep." Miss Queen doesn't feel good, so I'm not gonna give her too much crap, but
Yeah, she's cool.
time
Oh,
flies. I'm from Mars. Okay, well,
well, that's a
apparently
long
I'm
trip.
I'm from the planet Earth, is what I've been told. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? Talking all day. Amu, I had a live when I was working today. It was 4 hours. 4 hours long, almost 4 hours today. But I kept telling the people in the chat, like, hey, I'll shut this down. And everyone's like, no, 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 this is fine. Because I was working, so I really couldn't just sit there and just look at the chat like this and do my commentary. It was me helping customers, standing around, having a conversation, then having to leave. And um, 4 hours
Bill
went by
corrects her.
today. 4 hours. I
Rick,
hope
you're the
you
man.
is here like you. I want to know if you can use your connections to find the guy I talked about in the past. Oh, Shannon, I don't know what connections you think I have, but I love some detective work.
Detect, I says.
Oh, I've done more than detect. Oh,
Yes, you
hold
have.
on.
Huh. Houston, we have a problem.
Seconds. Hold on. Are you still here?
I am.
Okay. It said I had motion at my front door, and I was like, excuse me? Apparently my kid's here, so give me 2 seconds. I shall return.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello? Why are you here?
I can read the chats. Holding on, freeze, you're working, and live chat. Wow, you're superhuman. He's probably passed away already, but I'm curious. Yeah, I could die at any minute now. I'm so old, barely hanging on by a thread. Holding, holding, and holding. Rick, you're a good man. You're always Carolyn, you're legend. Shannon, you are a superwoman. Jesse, the animal. I move always. I don't even drink anymore, and I agree with that statement. Need more alcohol. Drink up, bitches. I love Jesse too. I have no problem telling another man I love him. Happy New Year's, Jesse. Cheers, mate. The last time I saw my dad, I told him I loved him. Last time I saw my brother, I told him I loved him. So, yeah, there's that. I think it's important that you tell people how you feel about them. Devsky, Wayne Hodgson speaking. How you doing? Carolyn, I do too. I actually do love everybody. You're right. You never do know. And it paid off. January 14th, 1992. Well, the 13th, the night before, I shot pool. My dad told him I loved him, and next day, there you go. Last time you seen a cop. No, Bill, you got me there. I did not. Um, a moo, correct. That's normal, Wayne. It is important. You'll never know. It could be the last. I love you more, Wayne. I have no problem telling you the man I love him either, as long as I truly do. Jesse, I respect that. Love you, man. Today's my birthday. Please say happy birthday. I'm not sure I believe you, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Happy birthday. How about that? There you go. Everybody heard that. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Oh, Bill, I speak fluent, fat finger, drunken. I speak gibberish. Yeah, broken English, broken Romanian even. Îmi place pulereța. Well, damn it, Carolyn. Have a good night. I was going to go live after this. I was hoping to see you, Carolyn, but I know you need your rest. She's been up for 26 hours. We're watching old videos of the kids. Wow, I forgot how they looked. I know, right? I appreciate it, big man. You're very welcome. Monk, I don't. You got me there. I don't. I can't decipher that language. I've dabbled in a little bit of Russian, a little bit of Romanian, a lot of Spanish, and a little bit of Italian. I like the Latin. I took a year of French, but that really didn't take. I speak pretty good Spanish though. I don't practice it often though. Yeah, the Hmong people. Uh,
I'm
yeah, I
back.
know the story. I can't repeat it right now. They were on the side of the U.S. and so they were outcasts there, and they came over here, is my understanding. I imagine you as a fat bald guy with glasses on. Would I be correct? No, you would not be correct. I look like a hippie Santa Claus. I have my hair. I measured it. It's actually more like 21 inches, not 24. I got a beard, and yeah, there you go, man. Long-haired hippie Santa looking guy. Sorry, big man. Yeah, no worries, man. Don't have to apologize to me. I'm a roofer, damn it.
Wayne,
Yes, ma'am.
I love you. I'm
I love
tired.
you too. Go to
I'm
bed.
very tired. I'm tired. My son is here. I really thought he was staying in town in the city, which I'm glad that he didn't because he is driving the Jeep because his little tiny car could not get out of the driveway.
Sure.
And the city has a winter advisory in the
Mm,
city tomorrow morning, which that should tell you what we're up against tomorrow
wow.
here. which is
Yes, ma'am.
fantastic. I'm glad he came home this
Me
evening
too.
instead of um, fighting that tomorrow. So I didn't want to be rude, but I really am tired. I really, really mean it.
Yes, ma'am.
You love this guy? Yeah, he's a great friend, Mike. And I don't know who you are at this point. Um, what I would like to know, the fact that you joined a year ago and you have 2 subscribers, know who you are and where you came from.
Yeah.
And I have Carolyn who can drop your at tags so we can find you.
Joey, I love you too. Miss Rainey, I got to tell you, we just got done with a conversation while you were out talking about I'm not afraid to tell a man I love him. We all discussed how we tell people we love them because it may be the last time we see them. We talked about telling people we love them at length. And then he said that comment. That's ridiculous.
Well, yeah, and I'm just like, dude, I don't know you. I don't know what your issue is. I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to follow, but
Good night, Carolyn.
uh,
I love you, honey. I do.
it's one of those things where it's we talked about this, Wayne.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah.
given those vibes, but the account's been around for a while, so I don't know how to feel about it. Mike is a Richard, like one of these. Oh
Yeah.
my.
Don't be a Richard, man.
Mike,
You
just
don't
be
know how you feel
cool.
about what? The
You
dude?
love this guy?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I know how I feel about that. I think it's
Thank you,
rude.
Carolyn. Mike, quit being weird, man. Just don't. We've already dealt with enough,
I'm
and I'm telling you right
screenshotting
now,
you are
I've
under the microscope now, dude.
I've done my due diligence in my life. I have found things I didn't want to find, and they always say, be careful if you start looking for a dead body because you will eventually find one. So
Whatever.
whatever.
Dude, you were the
This is how
rude
we're
one.
gonna work. This is how we're gonna solve this. There's no whatever. You're no longer welcome. You had timeouts, and now you're done. So kiss my ass, kiss everyone else's ass, kiss your own ass, kiss your dad's ass, kiss your mom's ass. Bye.
Yeah.
Don't come here acting a fucking fool, apologizing, and then still fucking being a goddamn fucking cunt. Yep, I said it. You're a cunt. I love you, Wayne, and
Yeah.
the people in the chat. But don't come here. You cannot come here and do what you're doing and expect any type of respect ever or in life. Talk like that to someone in real life and see what happens. You wouldn't. You just wouldn't do it. Call me a bitch. I'm
Yeah. I
sure
don't
that's
think
what you're
you'll
doing
enjoy
because
the
you're typing
results if you
away and you
tried that
can't
in my
fucking send
face.
anything. Get over it. Get the fuck over it. Make another fake profile. Come this way and see what happens. I promise you I'll see you tomorrow,
That's
just like
right.
the rest of them. I don't have time for that drama. We're moving on from that, and it's not anything I need to deal with. So, okay, see
So
you fuckers later. Bye.
I doubt I'm going to get any sleep because I got to take my medicine at 7. I'm going to
Yeah.
attempt to go live. I'm
Wayne's
going
gonna
to,
go live all by himself.
that's right.
Awesome.
This way it's the middle of the night. Not too many people will see my face. Carolyn, don't you dare. You go to sleep.
Carolyn's trying to go to bed. We're trying,
Yeah.
but wait
Well, nobody knows my channel,
for
so
you. They
well, I'm
do.
gonna try it.
We do.
You
We
know,
posted you earlier. Wait, what? Wait, what? Wayne's gonna go live. Don't forget
Joey.
in my community post, Wayne's at tag is in the
Uh,
community post that has the money that we donated. So if you need an easy way to find it, it's in my community post. Wayne's at tag is there.
yeah,
Don't forget.
yeah. I don't know how long it'll be, but I got at
Okay,
least see
Wayne,
what
I
it'll
love
look.
you. I really have to go. I'm really tired.
Good night.
Wayne will
Good night.
sit
Good
here for
night.
20 minutes and tell me goodbye. Wayne, I love you in all the best
I love you
ways.
too, and I enjoyed
You
it,
all have
and
a wonderful evening,
I
all of
appreciate
you.
you and everyone in the chat, and I'm really elated and in such a better mood to bring in the new year like this. And
Awesome.
good
Awesome.
night, all, and we shall see you later.
You just subbed to me, Miss Rainey. Thank you, Backyard. I appreciate you. You guys
All
have a good
right.
evening. Thanks for hanging out, especially for New Year's. I'm glad we could do this together and not by ourselves. So you all are appreciated.
Good day, good night, and have a beautiful tomorrow.
Okay, bye.
by